All right, hi guys. So I'm going to do a bit of mobility for today. So you'll need a massage ball or a firm ball, a box, something you can put your feet on, so it can be coffee table, couch, edge of the bed, anything like that. A foam roller if you have one. Otherwise we can roll some towels up for some of the exercises as well. So we're going to start with a roll down. So if you start standing up as tall as you can, yep. Let your arms just hang down in front of you. Bring your chin to your chest, and then just think one vertebra at a time, rolling forward. Good. Try not to let your weight shift forward or back. Try and keep it evenly over your hips, and curl back up. So we'll do 3 of those. Now just be mindful of if you tend to get dizzy when you let your head go down, just be mindful that you don't come up too quickly. And the goal each time is to draw your belly button in. So draw your ribs in, belly button in, and roll down. Get that nice movement through your spine. Good. All right, so now we'll go to the ball and we'll do some, just loosen off through the soles of your feet. So what you want to do here is start with the ball just at under the pad of your foot, and just put a little bit of weight on it. And just let your body weight push down through the ball. And you're almost going to knead through your foot. So you're going to feel all these bones here separate. You might find there's some sore spots on there. So don't rub it too vigorously. Just put the weight in and let it just roll through there. Good. And then go to the middle of your foot. Some people might need to do this a bit longer than others, but just see how it feels. And then we'll do the other foot. All right, once that feels like it's all loosened off, grab the foam roller. And sitting down on the floor, put the roller in front of you. We're going to do a little bit of rolling through your calves. So put both legs on the foam roller and just twist them left and right to start with. Rock them left and right. Yep, and just find if there's any sore spots there. So you can work your way along. Now if you do find a sore spot, put one leg on top of the one that's sore. Yep. You can do this holding yourself off the ground here, or you can just let your body weight you can let yourself sit on the floor and do it. And then with that weight of that extra leg, rock left and right, just over that tight area. And then you can just do some little forward back rolls as well, just bend your knees. Yeah. So keep your leg on the foam roller, on top of the other one. And then just bend your knee like this. Yep. And just massage in those areas that are tight. So you're really just targeting the areas you need to. You can also do this with the ball if you find that works a little bit better for you. So just loosen off those calves wherever you feel they might be a bit tight. Yep. You can do the other side. So this may take however much time you need, so you can always just pause this, do what you need to do with it, and then start the video again. So now we're going to roll through the fronts of your thighs, so through our quadriceps. So you're going to lie face down and put the foam roller. Start with it just above your knees. And just let your legs hang, and then you're just going to do little sections at a time here. So just sort of roll back and forwards. If you shift your weight to one side, you'll get the inside of one thigh and the outside of the other. Yep. Good. Then work your way up wherever you feel you need it. Make sure you do get right up to the top of the thigh as well. It often is really tight through the top there. Again, if you find that the foam roller is not quite getting it, you can do this, especially up near the top of the thigh, with a massage ball, just to get in a little bit firmer. Good. So again, you can take however long you need to for this. And now we're going to go in and do a bit of massage ball through the glutes. So come off the foam roller, grab the massage ball. Now lying on your back, knees will be bent. That's it. And put the ball under your glutes. So your glutes, you've got left and right. So there's a bony bit in the middle. You want to put it just to the side there. And anything from your pelvic bone, which is just at the top of the hip here. You can put your hip on your hand on your waist, sorry. And then you can go down anything from there to that sit bone right underneath your bottom is your glute muscle. So just roll around, find any sore spots. If you do find a sore spot, you can just hold it, wait for that to ease, and then move to another spot. If you find a spot and you just can't quite get into it, bring your knee to your chest. Yep. And bring it out to the side and come around. You'll find that definitely will get into it. That's it. You can even straighten your opposite leg to get a little bit more pressure down on the ball there. Good. So do your left and right here and just loosen off all those glute muscles. So any firm ball will do. You might even use a tennis ball. It might be a bit too soft, but if you are really tight, the tennis ball is also okay. We're going to do TFL now. So if you put your hand on the top of your pelvic bone there, and then you'll find at the front there's quite a bony little pointy bit. Yep, that ASIS. Yep, and just come down from that, and you'll find there's a bit of a chunky, bulgy muscle just there. That's it. We're going to put the ball there. That's the one. And you're going to lie on it. Now, these spiky balls, you might sometimes want to put a towel under it so it's not so spiky. So come onto your side. Yeah. And just position yourself so you can use your legs to help take the weight if you need to. And for this, it is sometimes you will get a bit of referral down the side of your leg. That is okay. Just hold it, wait for it to ease a little bit. Find another little spot, hold it, wait for it to ease. But you just want to try and find those tight bits right through the side of your hip there. So you're not on the bones, you're in the muscle between where the actual hip joint is and the pelvic bone at the top there. This is a really good one to help with the mobility through your hips. So come onto your side a little bit more facing me and you'll get a bit more pressure. Yeah. So everyone's a bit different here how much pressure they'll need. So if it's too much, you can be a little bit more forward like Georgia is. If you need a bit more, you can come right onto your side and let the full body weight come into it there. Good. So once you've done that, then you've freed up everything from your waist down. So we're going to come into some hamstring stretches. So sitting up on your, yeah, you're going to pop your feet, the soles of your feet together and make a diamond shape there. Now press them away as far as you can. That's it, whilst your feet still stay facing one another. And you're going to take your forehead towards your heels. Now, again, everyone will be a little bit different with this one. So if you go forehead to heels, you'll get a bit more of a stretch through your lower back. If you go chest towards your heels, you'll find it's a little bit more through your hips and you'll feel your hamstrings get a bit of a stretch there. So depending on what you need, you can do either of those. You can do a little bit of both. So you can go roll forward a bit and then bring your chest forward and you should find a happy medium between the two of them. Good, so now come up tall. We're going to do 4 of these. Good, go back down. Come up tall. Down. Good, and come up. Right. Now straighten one leg. Bring your foot to your calf, great. Now the idea of having your foot to your calf rather than the inside of your thigh is to keep your pelvis level. So in this one, you might feel that when you do lean forward, you might feel one hip shift back or forward. You want to keep that pelvis nice and level. So bring your forehead towards your knee now. And again, if you need a bit more stretch through your lower back, go forehead. If you need a bit more through your hip, go chest to knee. Good, come up tall. And we'll do 4 of these. almost think that that left hip bone is sticking back, is moving away behind you. So you're almost pulling your sit bone on your left side, or on George's left side, to the door behind her. That's it. Good, and then we'll swap sides. It's very common to find one side tighter than the other. Good. Once you've done 4 of those, we'll come into double legs. So both legs out in front. Yep, and the same thing. Forehead towards knees, or chest towards knees, or a little bit of both. Think of those sit bones going out behind you as you bring your head forward, or your chest forward. There we go. So be strong stretch there through your hamstrings. Now the first few you'll find are really tight, and as you do a few more, it should feel like it's loosening up. Now you can do these as holds. I like to do them if we're going to do some other things following it, or if you're warming up for an exercise, then I like to do them as a movement. If you're just doing a bit of stretching at the end of the night, you can just do them as a hold. Okay, come onto your knees now. We're going to do a hip flexor stretch. So this is really good if you've been at the desk all day or driving all day. Bring one leg out in front of you, the other behind, and you're going to almost scoop your pelvis under and bring it up in a 45-degree angle towards the wall in front of you. So you're going to feel the stretch through the front of your hip there. Now you shouldn't feel this in your lower back. So if you're feeling in your lower back, draw your ribs in a little bit and then tuck your bottom under that bit more. Good. Now to add a little bit more to this, you can bring your hands behind your neck. So bring your fingers out. Yep. And we're going to rotate, bring your left arm up towards the elbow, up towards the roof. That's it. So you'll feel a big stretch through that side that goes all the way down your left side, down through the front of the hip, and sometimes down through the leg as well. Good. Come back up tall. Good. Rotate towards me. Good. Come back to the center and then rotate away. Great. Come back to the center. Let's do that again. Elbow up towards the roof. Back to the middle. Rotate towards me. Good. To the middle and then rotate away. Good. One more time. Wonderful. And let's do the other side. That's it. So a few little things that can happen here as Georgia does these is you can sometimes feel the pelvis wanting to twist. Sometimes you might think that one side's tighter than the other, or not as tight as the other. Just make sure that you're not cheating. Make sure that your pelvis is level whilst you do this. If it's too easy, then it may be that you're cheating a little bit by twisting your pelvis. So it's really good to have a mirror nearby so that you can actually see what your pelvis is doing whilst you do this. The other thing you want to have a look at is that you're not just bending to this, like you're not just letting your bending to the left and your ribs go out to the right. You want to make sure that everything stays in nice straight lines. Good. Right. Okay, so now let's come into a Z-sit. So if you can't sit like this and you find it's too much pressure through your knees or your hips, you can put either a yoga block or a towel, rolled up towel, under your sit bones there, just to help take the pressure off. For this one, we're going to actually just do your Z-sit facing the window that way. Oh, yeah. Good. And bring your left knee a little bit towards me. That's it. All right, so we're gonna lean forward over your right knee here. So keeping nice and straight. That's the way. Put, first one, yeah. Put your right hand, elbow or hand on the knee on the right, good. And you're gonna push that knee, so sit up tall to start with. Push that knee into your hand. So push the knee up into your hand, good. And then as you relax, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come down and lean a little bit more into it. Yeah. If you bring your left leg a little bit more to the side, so open that hip up a bit, so knee back towards the door a bit. Yep, keep going. Good, you'll feel a bit stronger stretch, and this will you'll feel through your glute. Good, so come back up. Push your knee into your hand and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then leaning forward. Good. Now don't sit up so high this time, just put your elbow on your knee and push into your elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lean forward from there. There we go. George is quite flexible, so you may not get this far, which is fine. Just do what you need to do. Just do as far as you can. But let's do the other side. Yeah. So you'll bring your right knee back towards the door a little bit more. Yep. Oh. Okay, so we're going to just stretch a little bit through the hips again. We're going to come into a Z sit. So your one leg will be out in front, so you'll have a straight line between your hip bone and your knee, and then the foot will be across. And then the right side will go from your hip out to the side, and then the foot straight behind you. Yep. So now you're going to lean forward a little bit so you get a slight stretch. That's it. Push your knee up into your hand, and you're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then leaning forward into that. Yep, good. And then push that knee into your elbow there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and push down a bit more. So each time you'll feel a slightly stronger stretch, but it should allow you to go a bit further. One more time, push that knee into your elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reach forward again. Good, just hold that there for a minute. Now, if this is too strong or you can't get this far, that's totally fine. Just do what you can. A stretch should be, it can be uncomfortable and you hold it until it eases, but it should never be painful. Let's do the other side. Good, so left leg out. Yep, good. And then leaning forward a little bit till you feel a little stretch there. Good. Bring that knee into your hand, so push that knee up into your hand there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Good. Push the knee into your elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down a bit further. Last one, push the knee into the elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax, reaching a little bit further into the stretch. Good, and you can just hold that one there for a minute. All right, so now come back up, grab the foam roller, and you're going to do a Z sit facing me. Now, if you can't sit in a Z sit, that is okay. Sit with your knees crossed, or you can sit with your knees bent underneath you. Just put a cushion between your heels and your bottom so that you aren't putting too much pressure through your knees. So we're going to sit up nice and tall here. The idea is to get both sit bones down on the floor, and this is where you can use a yoga block or a cushion under your hip to try and get that pelvis level. We're going to put your left, so the side where the knee's out in front, that's going to have the side with the foam roller. And you're going to roll that foam roller away from you, so try and bring your right hand up towards the roof. So you're going to do a side bend here. So you want to get that nice big stretch through your right side. Now imagine that you're pushing your right sit bone down into the floor. That's it. And you're going to push down through your left arm onto the foam roller. So you're going to get a little bit of contraction on your left side as you push down, and a stretch through your right side. Good. And come back up nice and tall. That's it. So push down through your left arm onto the foam roller and reach up through your right. Yeah, good. Always pulling your right sit bone away from your right arm. Good, come up tall. And one more time. Good. Now we're going to do a little bit of rotation. So still sitting in that position, bring the foam roller as close to you as possible. Now this is quite tricky. If you can't do this one, that is fine. Just leave it out. Going to sit as tall as you can. Yep, draw your ribs in. Yep. And first of all, try for rotation. So you have to bring your chest in line with the foam roller. You won't always get there. It is quite a tricky one. You need to be quite flexible for this. So get as far as you can and then just roll forward a little bit, but don't compromise your rotation or your twist through your body. So it doesn't have to go that far. Good, and then come back up. Yeah. Reset, draw your ribs in, sit up nice and tall, get the twist. So you'll feel your obliques doing some work here. So they're the muscles around your waistline. You want to feel them twisting you around rather than just your joints moving. You want to feel your muscles pulling you around with this one. Good. Come up tall. And one more time. You can also do this one with your legs just sitting out in front of you. Just whatever's comfortable for your lower body, but you want to try and get that pelvis as level as you possibly can. Let's do the other side. Good. So just bring your right leg a little bit more in front of your body, vertical with your hip. Yep. And yeah, perfect. So sit yourself up nice and tall. Good. Foam roller by your side. Sit your left sit bone down now. Push down through your right hand and your left hand will reach up towards the roof. So you're going to get a bit of contraction through your right side. As you push down through the foam roller, you're going to get a bit of lengthening through your left side. So this is going to be working your lats on the right. So that's the contraction you're feeling. And you get this nice curve through your body rather than just a hinge to the side when you do this. So you can see Georgia's got that there. So you don't want to feel like you're just bending in half. You want to feel like you're rolling over a ball, or it's a nice side bending rather than just a hitch to the side. Good. And then bring both hands onto the roller. Twist your torso towards the roller. One side's often worse than the other. Yep, and then just a little bit forward. Good, sit your left sit bone down. That's it. And come up tall, reset, get the rotation. Use the obliques to get the rotation. So again, those muscles that help twist you. Great. Now the nice thing Georgia is doing here as well is she's keeping your shoulders down. So don't fall into the trap of letting your shoulders come up around your ears with this. You're better off not going so far and doing it correctly than you are just trying to get as far as you can and letting everything compromise the movement. So just try and, even if you don't even get to roll out, just sitting there and practicing the rotation is a really good start. Good. And come back. Wonderful. All right, lying on your back, we're going to do a little bit of a stretch through your lower back. Okay, so cross one leg over the other. Good. Hands by your side. Now, you are going to take your knees to one side. Doesn't matter which side you start with first, but just take your knees. Don't let your pelvis lift off the floor. So see how far those knees can go to the side without that pelvis lifting. Good. Then once you've let them go as far as they can, let your pelvis roll to the side without your ribs coming off. Good. Good, and now you can let your lower back roll right over to the side. That's it. And get a big stretch through that side there. Now, if you're arching your back here and you feel it in your back, draw your ribs back down to the floor. Okay, you might not need to go as far with your legs as that. Now, draw your ribs down. Yep, very small movement. You'll feel a lot of little tummy muscles doing some work here. Draw your ribs in, bring your lower body back, then your pelvis, and then your knees. Now, if you've got a bit of a sensitive back, do be careful with this one until you get the control, so don't go so far, or if you're just not sure, don't do it. Bring your knees to the right now. Good. Then your pelvis, and then lower back. Good. And you can see through Georgia's short shirt there, the twisting, and that's exactly what you want to get. Just, it's a nice twist through that lower back. Or through the torso. Good. Lower back, bring your ribs back. Yep. Each little vertebra one at a time through your lower back. Good. Pelvis. And then knees. So let's do that to your left again. Coming back. Then one more to your right. Now, we're not going to do it now, but I want you to, actually we will do the other side as well. At any time you can stop this and do a few more if you need, or skip through to what you need to be able to, you need to do for your body. You can also, you don't have to do these in this order, you can pick and choose which order you want them to do them in. And you don't want to do this one too fast either. So nice and slow is good, because you're really trying to feel what your body's doing. You're really trying to control through the whole movement rather than just letting yourself flop into these movements. And it's surprising, this actually uses a lot more muscle strength than you'd think. Good. So now we're going to move up and do a little bit through our thoracic. So grab the foam roller behind you there. And you're going to put this along your bra strap, or if you were to wear a bra where the strap would be. Good, knees bent. Interlace the hands behind your neck, but nice and low on your neck. So you're really supporting, a little bit lower, they're really supporting the base of your neck. And bring your elbows together so that you feel the backs of your arms having to work here. So if you were to push your head back into your hands, you'll feel your triceps, which is the backs of your arms, come on a little bit. Now you're going to roll your lower back towards the floor. So you've got to scoop through your, yep, there we go. And what we're going to aim for here is our upper back getting a little bend. So where George's hands are, where her thumbs are, you're going to go from the base of your neck. So not the top of your head, the base of your neck is going to extend back. And as you do that, your rib cages, or your rib cage and lower back is going to draw down into the floor. Now this will stop you from arching your lower back. And the other thing we don't want to have is too much head going backwards. Good, curl up. And every time you curl up, you can reset. Get that rounding through the lower back. Yep, hold that there as you extend your upper back over the roller. So you should feel bending where the foam roller is. If you're getting too much in your lower back, don't go so far. Bring your belly button in and hold that a little bit more to the floor, and then extend back from the base of your neck, not the upper neck or not the head. Good. Two there, and then move it up your spine a little bit. That's it. And we'll do a couple here. So as you go up, you probably won't get as much range, which is totally fine. So draw your ribs in as you extend back. That's it, just to there. Yep, so your range stops when you start to feel your ribs lift. And at the top here, you don't get that much movement at all. So you shouldn't feel any strain in your neck because your arms are helping support that there. And you should definitely not feel any strain in your back here. It should just be in that, or in your lower back, it should be your upper back that's getting a little bit of a bend. Good. Now you can do as many as you like at each different point, but it's a nice one to just start at the midline and work your way up a little bit. Okay, so turning and facing me now. You can sit on your, come onto your knees, sit your bottom back onto your heels. Good. Cross your arms. You can either have your hands on your shoulders or you can hold on to your elbows. Yep. But whichever way you want to be able to, bring your elbows up a little bit higher. So you want to feel that you're nicely square through your shoulders. You're going to breathe in, breathe out, and twist to your left. Good. Breathe in, breathe out, and twist further to your left. Breathe in, breathe out, and twist again. Now hold that and do 2 big breaths here. On your third breath, you're going to breathe in, and on your breath out, you're going to come back to facing me. Good. Go to the right now, breathe in, breathe out, turn right. Good. Breathe in, breathe out, turn right. Breathe in, breathe out, turn right. Hold, 2 big breaths. So So you're really feeling your rib cage rotate here, and you're gonna feel your lungs also and your diaphragm expand with the deep breathing. So breathe in and then breathe out, come back to here. I'll do that one more time. So breathe in, breathe out, twist left. Breathe in, breathe out, twist left. Breathe in, breathe out, twist left. And now do 2 big breaths. Good. On the 3rd breath, breathe in, and then breathe out as you come back to the middle. Good. Last one, breathe in, breathe out, turn right. Breathe in, breathe out, turn right. Breathe in, breathe out, turn right. 2 big breaths. Now you'll notice each time you breathe out, you can actually get a little bit more rotation, and that's what you're after. Good, well done. All right, let's now, lying on your back. Good, hands out to the side. We're gonna do some snow angels here, so you might have to shift over. Make some room for your long arms. Good. Yep. Okay, knees bent. So especially if you feel that your back arches when you lie on your back, bend your knees and it will help bring you back to neutral. Arms out to the side. Yep, shoulder blades are gonna feel like they're flush against the floor here. And bring your arms as high above overhead that you keep your hands touching the floor. So if you can't get this high without your hands lifting, don't go that high. So just go as far as you can that your hands still touch the floor. And think of your shoulder blades like wings, or your arms even like wings with the shoulder blades included. And they're going to glide along as you move your arms up and down. Yeah. Now also be mindful here that you don't let those shoulders lift off the floor. So you're going to think your collarbones being extended out and going in opposite directions. So like a opening up of the chest and of the collarbones there. Now Georgia's got really good range, so again, if you can't go that far, that's totally fine. Even if you're just moving 10 centimeters up and back, that's fine. I'd rather you do that than compromise your shoulder joint. If you can't even move your arms, that's fine. Just have them in a comfortable position and just lay like that. Bring your hands out to the sides now. Good. And turn your palms away from you. That's it. Now you'll notice when both hands are up, you'll get a big stretch through your chest, and it's a little bit nervy. You'll feel it for your fingertips and through your arms. So drop one hand to the floor whilst keeping the other one up. Yep. So then alternate. So one hand down. So turn your palms face onto the floor. Yep, there we go. That's the one. So one will go up, one will go down, and then you're going to swap. That's it. Again, if it's too nervy, then don't do it. Just lie with your arms out to the sides. Do a few of those. All right, bring your hands back down to your side. Good, and just a little rest there. All right, last one, standing up, and we're gonna just check that roll down again. So you should feel a lot more mobile. We've pretty much stretched from your feet right up to your shoulders. So let your arms hang in front of you, chin curls to chest, draw your ribs in, draw your lower back in, and roll forward, and see how that feels. Compare that to how you started in your range. Can you get further with your hands? Do you feel like you've got a bit more control through your abdomen, through your stomach in that movement? Can you draw your belly button in a little bit more? And is it a smoother movement? Do you feel like you're not rocking back and forwards through your heels? You can keep that pelvis a little bit more stable, or you can keep your ankles under your hips more rather than your hips rolling out the back. Good, one more and then you're all done. Now again, you can choose anything you want to do. You can stop, pause it, come back to it. You can do one exercise if you rather. Right, take it.